Hello. I want to talk about the unemployment rate that came out yesterday. That is unbelievable. How can a country that has 310 million people not create jobs? That's just impossible. That hasn't happened in some 75 years. I am totally convinced that this is being done intentionally by corporations, which is mainly controlled by the Republican Party. The Republican Party controls basically everything. There's nothing Democrats or President Obama can really do, because the Republican Party, for one thing, has their honchos in the media. They control television, they control the newspapers, they control the internet, the radio. There's nothing Democrats can do but to have a job report that comes out and say only 0 jobs was created is ridiculous. You know, Obama next week is going to give his job speech. What he needs to do is just simply lay down a line and tell them, hey, I'm willing, you guys have to spend billions of dollars on infrastructure bills and everything. But have you noticed, since the Republicans took over Congress, every time the Democrats propose jobs, the Republicans come back with spending cuts. The spending cuts have been the reason why the job creation has been down. You know, just like this hurricane just happened, Irene. You know, Obama knows that he has to invest billions of dollars into rebuilding those states that suffered during Hurricane Irene, which he knows could create 75,000 jobs. But what did Eric Cantor do, one of the Republican leaders in Congress? He said, yeah, we'll do that, but you guys got to offset it with spending cuts. Which means that if those spending cuts are implemented, that means 50,000 public jobs will be lost. That means a net gain of 0 jobs. Republicans are doing this intentionally. Since they've been in the White House, whenever private sectors increase jobs, the Republicans offset it with spending cuts, which produces a lot of layoffs. Since the Republicans have been in office, there has been over 450,000 people that lost their jobs in the public sector. That means government, city, state jobs. You know, that is the reason. That is what's going on. Obama is going to have to stop this. He cannot agree to any more spending cuts, because spending cuts is going to keep the job growth at what it is, and it's being done deliberately by Republicans so that they can win back the White House, because that's their only chance of winning back the White House because of the demographics changes in this country. They're going to need a big, huge support from white America, and they know they can get that by keeping the job growth at what it is, with all these ridiculous spending cuts laying off thousands of people, even though the private sector is hiring people, but it's offset by these public jobs that is being, included through spending cuts. And it's time for Obama to stop that, because this is being done deliberately. The Republican Party controls basically everything. They do. And they are controlling these corporations. These corporations know for a country this size, they should be adding 300,000-400,000 jobs a month. In China, for instance, China alone is adding about 700,000-800,000 jobs a month in China. 700,000-800,000 jobs a month in China has been added, because they're building up their roads, they're building their infrastructure, they're building bridges, schools, about 1,000. That's what Americans have got to start to do. And because of this, Republicans are doing this deliberately to keep Obama from creating jobs. But Obama is going to have to stop it. He's going to have to put his foot down and stop caving in to these people. He got to tell them, I can't do no more spending cuts, because what spending cuts do is eliminate jobs, and when the private sector adds jobs, by the spending cuts, the public sector eliminate jobs, so it doesn't amount to a job growth. It keeps the economy down. And he has got to take control. He has got to tell the Republican Party enough is enough. I cannot agree to any more spending cuts. I agreed to $1 trillion spending cut last month that probably going to result into about 200,000 to 300,000 people losing their jobs in the next year. But I'm convinced that this has been done intentionally because for the first time in some 75, 80 years, the Great Depression, this economy didn't produce 0 jobs. It normally produces 100,000 jobs, or it loses 100,000 jobs, but this is the first time it have ever said 0 jobs was created. It normally be a net gain or a loss. And it's time for Obama to put his foot down. He's got to stop caving in to these people, because these people are out to destroy him, and they're out to destroy the Democratic Party as a whole. You know, they're hooking up with these corporations, these CEOs in these corporations. They are being told by Republicans to hold off on hiring people until they take back the government, until they take back the White House. And I can guarantee you, soon they take back the White House, you're going to see thousands and thousands of jobs every month being created by corporations, because this is being done intentionally. This is hurting millions of people to bring down one man. They are deliberately not hiring people, thousands of people, probably millions, to take down one man, to take down the Democratic Party as a whole. They know that the only way they can survive is getting at least 60% of the white people to vote for them now, because the minority vote is on the rise in this country. And that's the only way they can get back the White House through the years. But it's time for the Democrats to stop this. It's time for Obama to take charge, because if he don't, this is what's going to happen. He's got to be tough next week when he do his job bill speech. He's got to be very tough. He's got to be firm, like Truman said. Truman did the same thing back in 1948 when he went to the Congress and told them, you guys are trying to destroy my presidency, but I'm not going to agree to any spending cuts no more until you guys decide to create jobs. I'm going to put a big job bill out there. If you guys turn it down, they won't be able to blame me. They have to blame you guys. And that's what Obama has to do. He's got to put his foot down, because you got to tell American people tax cuts don't work. Spending cuts don't work. America needs to go back to work. Too many people are losing their jobs, especially now in the public, especially government jobs. And it's time for Obama to put his foot down. Because if he don't, which I believe he's not going to, because it's not his character. He's been weak since he became president. He caved into basically all their demands. But it's got to stop. If we want to win the presidency next year, it's got to stop. It's just that simple.